guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Courtney. Today I've got some quick and easy DIYs for you, so let's get started. For this DIY, I created this free gingerbread template. It will be linked down below in the description box for you. Two different looking gingerbread that you can decide which one you like better. I'm gonna go with this little fella here on the right and start by cutting this out. I did print this on some cardstock so that my template would be a little sturdier. I picked up this piece of corrugated cardboard from Michael's. It was a 12 by 12 in the scrapbook paper section, and I'll be using this to cut my gingerbread man. So I will trace around him on the back and then cut him out. Now that the gingerbread is all cut out, I'm going to be using some of this white rickrack that I got from Hobby Lobby. They also have red and they have it in different widths. And I'm going to start by taking some hot glue on the back and gluing some accents on the arms and feet of the gingerbread man. I also added a little bit of rickrack, just outlining his head. Now you certainly, if you wanted to outline the entire gingerbread man, you could take this and go ahead and do that. Several different looks you could go for, but I just went with just around his head. Now taking some red felt, I cut out a rectangle shape out of it. It took a little bit of playing with it to figure out exactly what size I needed, but I'm going to be making a bow tie, and just really all I'm doing here is to get it assembled is I'm just doing the accordion fold where you kind of fold it onto itself, and then I'll use some hot glue to tack the bow tie together. For a little extra added security, I did take a small piece of red string and tie it around the center of the bow tie. And to finish off the bow tie, I took a tiny red button and hot glued it right to the center. The buttons also came from Hobby Lobby. For the eyes, I grabbed a pack of these little black, the name of these things I've drawn a blank. Anyway, they're with the jewelry section at Hobby Lobby, so I grabbed a pack of those. I'll be using those for the eyes, which makes it really easy because I just punched them through the head and then put a little bit of hot glue on the back so that the little spikes wouldn't poke you and then you'd have a big mess, and nobody wants a hurt finger from a little gingerbread man. And then the buttons on the side there, the red and white and all the different colors, came from the sewing section at Hobby Lobby. For the nose, I glued on one of these small red mini pom-poms. I know I've talked about, I ordered this huge pack from Amazon that came with an assortment of mini pom-poms. I'll make sure to link everything I can down below in the description box, but I've been using these pom-poms like crazy. And for the mouth, I'm just gonna freehand that and use one of my Papermate flare pens. You could use a Sharpie marker, and I'm just gonna draw the mouth on. If you wanted to go back in with a little bit of red paint or ink, you could do some rosy cheeks. You could do that as well. I opted not to do that, but that's another thing you could do. And the last step is just to add a hanger to this. Now, if you didn't want to use it as an ornament, you could just put it on a 3-tier tray just like it is. Or, like I said, I'm going to turn this into an ornament, so I'll just attach a little bit of the red and white baker's twine to the back so that I can hang it up on the tree, and this one is ready to go. Who remembers the Halloween candies that I made? Well, I knew when I made them back in September that I wanted to make some Christmas ones, so I picked up this huge tube of 15 ornaments from Dollar Tree. They're not the mini ornaments that Dollar Tree has, but the next size up. And then I pulled all of the different Christmassy type fabrics that I had. All of these fabrics came from Hobby Lobby, but if you don't have fabric, Dollar Tree actually has some really cute tissue paper right now. I picked up several packs of it, so you could certainly wrap these with tissue paper. The first step in this process is to take your fabric and cut a rectangle shape. You want to be able to wrap the ornament and have enough that after you've tied off on either side of the ornament, that you have some ends to the candy wrapper. To start making your candy, pull off the little topper of the ornament first, then take some hot glue and glue the middle of the fabric to that, and then pull it around and hot glue it again. Once you've hot glued that ornament in there, and I'm just using some twine to tie off on either side of the ornament, you can take some pinking shears and simply cut the edges of the quote-unquote candy wrapper to have a nice jig-jag look. Or if you want, you can also just fray the ends of the fabric. That also puts off another great look. Now, these little candies are perfect to put in wreaths, to put on tiered trays, or you could add hooks and hang them on a Christmas tree as an ornament, or you could even make a really cute garland out of these candies. This next DIY was something that I knew for months now. I've known I've wanted to make, and I just haven't quite been ready. But if you are new to my channel, my mom passed away this past June, and I knew I wanted to do a Christmas in Heaven display. I just wanted to do something different and wanted to make sure that I got it just perfect. So to make mine, I'm using this little wooden rocking chair ornament that came from Hobby Lobby and one of these wooden plaques from Dollar Tree. I'm going to leave the plaque the natural color, but you certainly could paint it or stain it if you'd like. And then I also grabbed some of these Christmas trees from Dollar Tree, and I'll be using those in my display as well. Now for the words, I was trying to figure out how, where, what could I do for the little, I guess, poem, and I had one of these clay stars that came from Hobby Lobby, and so I knew that I wanted to get the words somehow on this star. The best way I could figure out was just to type them up, and I've got a printable for you, so if you can find these stars, they're at Hobby Lobby. And I traced around the star, and then I just cut out my printable. I did print it on cardstock so it would be sturdy, and I printed it on white cardstock so that the star would stay white. To attach my words to the star, I just painted it with some Mod Podge and then stuck the star printable directly down on top of that. And then I also created a decal on my Cricut that just says Mom, so that I could stick that directly to the base or the seat, on the seat of the rocking chair. Now with all of my components almost done, there are a few more things I ended up adding. I arranged them all, and then I'm going to attach all of them to the board with some hot glue, except I decided that I'm not going to glue down the rocking chair. I don't know what it was about it, but I just did not want to glue that down. But I did hot glue down all three of the trees as well as the star to the wooden platform. Then I felt like it needed some presents, so I grabbed some wooden blocks and some scrapbook paper that I got in this pack from Hobby Lobby, and I just I guess wrapped the presents, so to speak, and just used some hot glue to attach the scrapbook paper. So I wrapped around all 4 sides, and then I cut a small square to put on the top. I didn't worry about the bottom because I was just hot gluing that directly to the base of the display. And I used some twine and made itty bitty teeny tiny bows. I did burn some of the twine, you know, because it's frayed and it's all hairy. And so don't do this step if you're afraid. And if you do this step, please have water or fire extinguisher or something nearby. And then the last step was just to glue the presents down. But like I said, I did not glue down the rocking chair because something was just telling me just to leave it and let it rock back and forth. Now this DIY I'm super excited about. I've been wanting to make it for weeks. When I saw Lemon Avenue Live, she's the one that made it first. Hers turned out so cute, and I wanted to make some faux Christmas cupcakes to put in display in my kitchen because I have some faux cookies in there. But then I also wanted to make an ornament for my Christmas gingerbread tree that you guys have seen. I showed y'all what that looks like. So what you're gonna need for this are some cute Christmas cupcake liners. I picked up some from Target, but then I also found some at Michael's that I actually ended up using because they were sturdier and they were thicker. But you could get cupcake liners from wherever you want, and then you're gonna need some styrofoam balls. I got the styrofoam balls from Hobby Lobby, and I started off by painting them with some of this Restore paint. This is the perfect gingerbread color. I've used it in several past projects, and I absolutely love it. I picked it up from Hobby Lobby, but I think they sell it at Amazon or Michael's and places like that. But first up, paint those styrofoam balls. Once the styrofoam balls are dry, you're gonna take I just got this piping set from Dollar Tree. It came with the bag and like 5 different tips, I think. I put some of the Dollar Tree caulk inside of it, and you're just piping on icing. I end up making 3 of them. 2 of them are gonna be cupcakes to put in my little fake food display that everybody thinks is real when they come in, which I find hysterical, but they don't think it's that funny. And then I'm also gonna make an ornament. So I'm gonna go ahead and pipe these styrofoam balls with the caulk, and then to decorate them I've just bought some fake sprinkles from Amazon. They have so many different ones that you could buy, or if you have clay you could make fake sprinkles. I know Dollar Tree sells clay. You certainly could make your own, or just buy some sprinkles and put those on there, because let's be honest, sprinkles aren't gonna go bad anytime soon. And you can sprinkle those all about and just decorate them like you would a normal cupcake. Now for the one that I am turning into an ornament, I found these cute candy cane ornament hooks at Hobby Lobby, and I cut off the end of it and then poked a hole into the styrofoam ball, put a little hot glue, and then stuck the hook back in there. And then with the hook in there, I took the piping bag and piped around the hook and then went in and decorated it. Once they were all decorated and dried, the last step is to add the liners to the styrofoam balls, and I just put some hot glue. Like I said, these ones from Michael's, they have I guess a silicone, I don't know, they have a lining inside of it that are also supposed to, if you actually make cupcakes, help the cupcakes not stick to the paper. And I just put hot glue in there to get the styrofoam balls secured, and it was good to go. And there we go, another quick round of DIYs that you can make for this Christmas DIY season. Let me know down below which one of these was your favorite. Also in the comments, drop one of these types of emojis. If you have not decorated for Christmas yet, drop some type of fall emoji, a leaf, a pumpkin, a turkey. If you're all decked out and ready for Christmas, drop some type of Christmas emoji, Santa Claus, Christmas tree, Mrs. Claus, whatever you can find. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. As always, here are some more videos you might enjoy, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye!